Hello, church. So today is Tuesday, May 20th. This morning, we did the service for Harold Stevens and greeted his family in from California. He was over at the Upper Milford Mennonite Church. So a lovely day to be over there and be a part of his service. There were military honors, which is always a touching part. Goofy stuff. So last night, my wife says to me, the registration deadline for our conference meeting, which is May 31st, with the Pennsylvania Southeast Conference is coming up. And I said, yep. And then I sort of intentionally did not register just so I could call Sue Cresswell today and say, Sue, you got to get me in. So a very special thank you to Sue Cresswell, who puts up with a lot, and especially coming from this general direction. We appreciate all of your work. So today we are coming into Psalm 70. A couple of interesting, a little more significance. I did mean to mention that yesterday when I was reading through his commentary, there was actually a numerical mistake in there. And so in that portion, he was talking about Psalm 69 and its use as a part of Jesus' passion and struggle. And the part that he referenced in John, he said was 3:17, which is following right after 3:16. It's actually chapter 2, verse 17. I can't remember if I quoted the chapter and verse for that particular time. I might have just said the third chapter. Yeah, that's actually 2, verse 17. So Psalm 70, Mays identifies correctly as being very similar to the conclusion of Psalm 40. So we'll play around with that a little bit and let you hear some things. Peterson, interestingly, translates it fairly differently, but you can definitely catch where it's going and kind of its references. So we'll start with our NRSV. Psalm 70, to the leader of David for the memorial offering. Be pleased, O God, to deliver me. O Lord, make haste to help me. Let those be put to shame and confusion who seek my life. Let those be turned back and brought to dishonor who desire to hurt me. Let those who say, aha, aha, turn back because of their shame. Let all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. Let those who love your salvation say evermore, God is great, but I am poor and needy. Hasten to me, O God. You are my help and my deliverer. O Lord, do not delay. I think it was in Mays where he made the comment on prayer really being able to be defined fairly simply by thank you and help. And this is one of our psalms that is seeking individual help and really a plea to God. Particularly, you'll be able to hear, I think, some of that contrast between Peterson's gritty translation, which he really tries to honor the original Hebrew, because as pretty as those words are, this is a person who's crying out for help. It's been a long time, but I remember in my childhood waking up, I think after a bad dream, and just screaming for my parents, "Mama, Daddy, Mama, Daddy, Mama, Daddy," and that immediacy and that need to request God now is important, and we need to hear. So, a little bit from Mace, which he entitles "Make Haste to Help Me." Psalm 70 is an individual prayer for help. It is composed almost entirely of petitions. If petition is not a familiar word, those are requests, prayer requests, specifically in this context. The psalm begins with vocatives and imperatives. That means it's got some juice behind it, asking for the Lord's help. Then petitions for the failure and disgrace of enemies. Then petitions for the failure and disgrace of enemies are balanced by pleas on behalf of those who seek God. The prayer concludes with a twofold declaration of dependence on the Lord combined with imperatives asking for help. The motifs of haste and help for me form an inclusion around the whole. I am poor and needy is a declaration of dependence on the Lord, a confession that one has no resources to cope with the demands made by trouble. It is a theological, not an economic statement. All the petitions in the prayer are the expressions of the confessed neediness. Psalm 70, with a few variations in text, composes the conclusion of Psalm 40. And the comment, whether Psalm 70 is a fragment of Psalm 40 or a composition used in Psalm 40 is difficult to determine with certainty. The Psalm's first verse has been used traditionally as a litany introducing corporate prayer. Currently, the psalm is appointed in the common lectionary as the psalm for Wednesday of Holy Week. When read in this context, the psalm in verse 3 echoes the scornful aha addressed to crucified Jesus in Mark 15, verse 29. It is reread, as it has been for centuries, as the prayer of Jesus in his passion and of the church in its neediness. Now, a little bit from Ace, and like I said, you can keep your ears open for some differences. A David prayer. God, please hurry to my rescue. God, come quickly to my side. Those who are out to get me, let them fall all over themselves. Those who relish my downfall, send them down a blind alley. Give them a taste of their own medicine, those gossips off clucking their tongues. Let those on the hunt for you sing and celebrate. Let all who love your saving way say over and over, God is mighty, but I've lost it. I'm wasted. God, quickly, quickly, quick to my side, quick to my rescue. God, don't lose a minute. Now, as a refresher, because it was a while back when we did Psalm 40, here's Peterson's take on that conclusion, which Mays refers to with a few variations. Soften up, God, and intervene. Hurry and get me some help, so those who are trying to kidnap my soul will be embarrassed and lose face. So anyone who gets a kick out of making me miserable will be heckled and disgraced. So those who pray for my ruin will be booed and jeered without mercy. But all who are hunting for you, oh, let them sing and be happy. Let those who know what you're all about tell the world you're great and not quitting. And me, I'm a mess. I'm nothing and have nothing. Make something of me. You can do it. You've got what it takes. But God, don't put it off. So, I hope you enjoyed Psalm 70. Psalm 71 is a longer psalm. We are also fairly soon going to be coming up to the conclusion of Book 2 in the Psalter, which is from Psalm 42 to Psalm 72. So, look forward to diving into some more stuff with you. Have a great day. We'll see you later.